Hi, Martin Bamford here from Bamford Media, and in this video I'm going to share 5 marketing tips from Tesla that financial planners can apply to their own business. If you follow me on social media, you'll already be aware that at the weekend I picked up my new Tesla. I bought myself a Tesla Model 3. It's a standard range plus with autopilot in a beautiful white colour, and I've wanted one of these for ages, and I finally bit the bullet at the weekend, actually about a week earlier, when I placed the order for a Tesla that was already in their existing inventory. So I was able to go and pick it up on Saturday morning. Beautiful brand new car, and it has massively defied my expectations already in only a couple of days of driving it. So I wanted to make this video to share what I think are 5 key marketing lessons that financial planners can take away from Tesla, from the way they do things. And there's some really interesting stuff in here that I believe that financial planners can apply to their own business. So let me start with number 1. And number 1 is you don't need a budget, you need a buzz. Now, something that's quite incredible about Tesla and the way they sell cars is that they do it with very, very little advertising spend. There's been claims in the past they spend $0 on advertising, but of course the brand itself, the excitement that comes with Tesla as a car ownership option is just exceptional, and they drive their fantastic sales volumes through the buzz of their brand. Now, they get that buzz because they stand apart from the competition. Owning a Tesla, as I've discovered in the past couple of days, is nothing like owning a traditional car, a petrol or a diesel engine car. And I've come from owning, a Volkswagen previously. Before that, it was a BMW. I've had a truck before, a Mitsubishi. So a wide range of different brands, different car and vehicle types. But nothing has ever come close to this. This is absolutely an exceptional brand experience, and there is a real buzz around it. Now, Seth Godin, the marketeer, talks about the purple cow philosophy, and in his book Purple Cow, he explains how if you're driving down the road, particularly in your Tesla, and you see a field full of black and white cows, Frisian cows, you're probably not going to pay any attention to them. But if you see something in that field that stands apart, that's completely different, you see a purple cow, now that is something to write home about, something to talk about, something to tell your friends about. And that's really what Tesla have achieved with their brand. It's that purple cow. It's creating a buzz about the brand, about the car, about the driving experience, about all elements of Tesla ownership. And that's how they've been so successful with their advertising, with their marketing, with their brand and their sales, without having to spend even a cent in advertising dollars. Lesson number 2 for financial planners is to rethink your traditional models. Now, we're all rethinking our traditional models right now because of the coronavirus pandemic, but one element of Tesla's marketing and Tesla's experience, which is completely away and apart from the traditional car ownership and car buying experience, is the fact they don't have dealerships. So for this particular purchase, when I bought my Tesla about a week ago, I went onto their website, I found the car I wanted from their existing stock, I paid a £100 deposit online, and that was my order placed. And then it was a case of a few emails backwards and forwards and some online app work to get the registration sorted out, to make the payment, etc. And then on Saturday morning, when we went along to their branch in Heathrow, West Drayton in Heathrow, to pick up the car, it was like nothing I've ever seen before. I walked in, gave them my order reference number, showed them my driving license as proof of ID, and that was it. I could unlock the car as I walked towards it using my phone. The key cards, which you use to drive the car, so there's no keys, there's these cards you have to place on the dash unless you've got your phone in your pocket like I have. But the key cards were already in the glove box. That was it. And my car was plugged into one of their superchargers. It was a case of waiting for it to charge a bit more. I unplugged it and I could plug in my address into the sat nav and drive home. It was nothing like a conventional car dealership experience, and I've been there before. I've been into car dealerships looking for a new car, haggling over price, and again, that's something that Tesla don't offer. You don't haggle over the price of a Tesla. The price is the price, because there are no car dealers, there's no salespeople trying to flog it to you. You only go to a Tesla branch when you've made the decision to buy a Tesla, and they've got so much demand for what they do, they don't need to sell it to you. You've already made that decision to buy. So for financial planners, I think it's a case of rethinking that traditional experience. Do you need an office? I think that's something that's going through a lot of financial planners' minds at the moment, given the fact we've worked remotely for the past 3 months or so. We've seen clients remotely, or possibly at distance, sitting in their back gardens. But do we really need that high street presence that we've come to know and love as financial planners? Or is there a different, a better way of doing things? Now, marketing lesson number 3 that I believe that financial planners can take from Tesla is it's important to have a strong sense of purpose. Now, Tesla has got an incredibly powerful mission statement, and I'll read this out because I won't remember it word for word if I don't do so. And Tesla's mission statement is to create the most compelling car company of the 21st century by driving the world's transition to electric vehicles. That sense of purpose, that's what gets people behind Tesla as a brand. That's what helps them to create their tribe of loyal, committed followers. Now, one thing I noticed was as soon as I picked up my Tesla on Saturday morning and started tweeting about it, so putting posts on Twitter about it, I was immediately being followed by Tesla car owner clubs. And there is a really strong community around Tesla. When you see another Tesla owner at a supercharger, you exchange a nod and say hello. You do likewise when you drive past people. There's a bit of a wave going on. It's an odd thing, but Tesla have created that very powerful, very strong and passionate brand and tribe because of that mission. Because they're on a mission, it's about something bigger than themselves. And we know that Elon Musk, one of the co-founders of Tesla, does this in everything he does. With his SpaceX project, for example, he has this mission, very grand mission, to save the human race, to populate Mars. This isn't about little incremental goals, this is about the big, scary, audacious goal. And that mission is what brings people together. It's such a powerful marketing tool. Marketing tip number 4 from Tesla, which I believe financial planners can apply, is to carve out your own niche, your own segment of the market. And Tesla do this so well, so effectively. A couple of ways. Firstly, there's very few car manufacturers out there that are solely about electric vehicles. There's one or two now, Tesla being the main one, but there's a couple of other smaller ones. Most car manufacturers, when they produce an electric vehicle, they do that as a supplement to their petrol and diesel vehicle cars or their hybrids. So Tesla has decided to stick to its knitting, only produces electric vehicles, but it goes a step further in carving out its own niche. It goes a step further because it has its supercharger network, which is only available to people with a Tesla. So you couldn't drive up in another electric car or hybrid and plug into a supercharger. However, as a Tesla owner, you can drive up to any charging station and with the right adapter, charge your car. It'll be a much slower experience, probably a more costly experience. But that supercharger network really cements the niche of Tesla and makes it very special to own a Tesla because you have to be part of that tribe to take part. So carving their own niche, being very, very specialist and very focused on what they do is a really key marketing lesson from Tesla, I believe. And financial planners can do this too, of course. Financial planners can carve their own niche, can decide to only operate in a specific market or a certain type of client. So there's lots of ways of doing that, but don't be afraid as a financial planner to blaze your own trail and decide which market you want to operate in. I think that's a really powerful approach to marketing. And tip number 5 is to place the customer experience first. I've already touched on this with my earlier tip, explaining how buying the Tesla, collecting it was a very seamless process, like nothing I've ever seen before from a car dealership. But the customer experience is really permeated in everything you get with a Tesla. The fact that when you sit here in front of the dashboard, there are no dials on the dash, there is a large 15-inch touchscreen monitor, and everything you do is through that screen. It's very intuitive, all your settings for driving, for autopilot, for music and entertainment, and they've just thought of everything. I know a few of the features on here are quite quirky. That's probably an input from Elon Musk himself. My 9-year-old son, for example, loves the fact that you can make different passengers in the car fart on demand. There's an app through the toy box that allows you to do that. There's some fantastic entertainment features. You can watch Netflix, you can watch YouTube videos. I've connected already my entertainment system to Spotify, so I can have my Spotify playlists in here. There are all sorts of games you can play whilst you're sat at that supercharger station waiting the 10 or 15 minutes for it to charge, including racing games where you can use the steering wheel of the car to steer the car in a racing game. So everything has been thought of, it really has, particularly down to the app experience. So it's a digital first car, but the app experience shows you when you're charging how much longer you've got left before the charge is complete. The security system with the 8 cameras in the car shows you if someone's been getting a bit too close to your vehicle while it's parked up. So everything is thinking about the customer experience first, thinking about how would I design something if it was right for me, I guess is the upshot of that. So as a financial planner, that's something we can think about as well, which is when we're putting together our proposition, when we're putting together our website and our social media messaging and any marketing we do, how would I design that from scratch with a blank piece of paper if it wasn't just a case of doing it the way it's always been done? I think that's key there. So 5 lessons that I believe financial planners can take away from Tesla and the whole Tesla marketing experience. I hope there's some value in that video. Please do leave it a like and make sure you subscribe to our channel as well for more videos like this, and leave a comment below. What do you think, if you're a Tesla owner, what lessons do you think we can take from Tesla into our own practices? And if you're not a Tesla owner, what do you think when you hear people talk about Tesla, when you see them driving it? What do you think in terms of their marketing? Is it persuading you to consider them? Is it a turn-off? Because it's a bit of a Marmite brand, I know, for some people, in the sense that it is a tribe, it is a very committed, passionate, almost like a cult-like group of people who drive Teslas. So let me know what you think in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, thank you very much for watching.